Hi, so good to see you guys. I am talking about the bags that didn't make it with me on the move. Basically, if you don't know, I moved to Florida from Illinois and we have most of our items in storage, and I had to really kind of pare down things, which gave me a perfect opportunity to find new homes for some of the bags I just never used. So stick with me and let's talk about those bags that are no longer with me and why. So basically there are 5 bags that we're going to talk about that I did sell. I just didn't want to take up the space to store them or to take them with me in this apartment, which is temporary because we're looking for a house. So we had to really pare down the items that we wanted to have with us, and so many important things I didn't really want to just stick in storage. Some family heirlooms, all of our photo albums from the years. Yeah, I just didn't trust, I just wasn't sure they were completely safe, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. Also, that included some of my more major bags, my Hermes and my Chanel and those type of things, and my very favorite Louis Vuittons, and a few other designers and so forth. I really wanted to have them with me. So we literally had to find bins and, wrap them up very carefully. And we have them in the 3rd bedroom closet right now, which is kind of our guest room. It's our extra room. So yeah, I had to bring them with me because that just made me feel more comfortable than putting them somewhere in storage. And so things had to make the cut. And basically, the main reason most of these bags didn't come with me is because I did not use them nearly enough to warrant having them, storing them, dragging them across the country, all that kind of thing. Although I still love them, I really do. So anyway, here we go. Let's get started with the smallest, and the rest are bigger. The smallest is the Antigona. It's the mini wristlet. It's in this beautiful bright blue. I'm not exactly sure what they called this color, but it's gorgeous. And it was just an adorable wristlet. You could just sort of, take it with you to dinner if you're on, some sort of on vacation, or if you live in a place with bright colors all the time. I went from Illinois, which we wear black and navy and darker tones all year round pretty much. And down here, I'm now in Florida where it's all very colorful. So anyway, it seems like a strange choice for me to get rid of, but I did. I really did not use that much at all. Very cute though. So that was the first one to go. Then sticking with the same brand, that was the Givenchy. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, so the next one was my Givenchy Antigona small bag in oxblood. This is a wonderful bag. I absolutely love it. I got this great deal on it. I bought it pre-loved. It's very structured, which I don't really mind. It's not the easiest to get in and out with your hand because it is so structured, but it wasn't something that hurt. It opened enough. And it just had a very nice, beautiful vibe to it in that it was gorgeous. It was just a gorgeous bag. It was comfortable to carry. I just really didn't use it. And most of the reason these next 3 bags I'm talking about, most of the reason has to do with the fact that I've been carrying much smaller bags lately. I've really pared down my items. Sometimes I don't even use a wallet, or if I do, it's just like a card holder. I just sort of slip the card I need, or, and a little bit of cash in the little, one of the little pockets in the smaller bags. So that's probably most of the reason in the last few years I've really gone down to smaller bags. Don't know if that will always be the case, but for now it was just, I didn't touch it for like years, a couple years hardly. So that was the reason for that one, even though I adore the color oxblood, gorgeous. Love it with grays, love it with white and black, love it with navy. It's a gorgeous bag, but alas, I got rid of that one too. I sold that also. All of these bags, by the way, I did sell to Fashion File. They gave me a good price. I checked other places and they gave me a really good price, and I felt confident with that. So that's what I did. I highly recommend them for that type of thing. Simple process too. So think about that too if you're wanting to sell something that you have. The other Givenchy bag that I sold was my small Nightingale in the color Mastic. I love taupe. If you know me at all and you've watched my videos much, you know that I love taupe bags. I just do. They go with everything. Absolutely, positively, hands down, everything. And you don't have to feel like you need to change out your bag, and you don't have to worry too much about it getting a little bit of, maybe a smudge on it somewhere, because it just kind of blends in a little bit. I don't know. It's just kind of perfect. So this was one of the very first taupe bags that I purchased when I started in on a big taupe bag kick. Love it. I love the smushiness of it. It's so much more smushy than the Antigona. They each have their place, you know. It makes it a little bit less formal. It makes it definitely more just casual and, you know, throw around kind of thing. I love the smush of it very, very much. Gorgeous leather, thick, wonderful, very, very comfortable. The strap was a shoulder strap only or hand carry. I couldn't use it as a crossbody. I think if I would have been able to use it as a crossbody, I think that would have probably sealed the deal and I'd still have it, especially because of the color that I love. But no, it just didn't, it wasn't one that I grabbed very often. When I used it, I loved it. But I just found other things that were just my easier grab and go kind of a bag. It was just too big. I wasn't using things that big anymore, and I've been loving crossbodies. So that one was another one that I ended up selling. The other two bags are Louis Vuitton bags. One of them is a tote, and it's a wonderful tote. It's a gorgeous tote. I love it. It was in fantastic condition for the age. It was the Louis Vuitton Estrella in the monogram print with the black trim. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful bag. This one I could use crossbody, which was very handy to have. Now, as far as totes go, I don't use totes very often, but when I do, I kind of have a certain ones that I gravitate towards more. I did like that this had a zip on the top. That was very nice. All in all, the bag gets to be a little bit heavy when you fill it with things. If you need a tote, and you know, it does get a little bit heavy, but that really wasn't that big of a problem. The biggest thing was that I rarely needed that big of a bag. And if I did, I had several other choices that I seemed to grab more. So that one had to go also. So it went to a better home, I'm sure. And then the last one might be a bit of a surprise. I barely even showed it. I think I don't even know if I talked about it much. But I did have for a short period of time, gosh, probably a year. I had the Louis Vuitton Monogram Empreinte Neverfull MM in the Turtledove, again with the taupe. Okay, sorry, but that's just, you know, that's when I chose. I did like black or taupe, black or taupe. I went taupe. Love it. It's beautiful. I love the little pouch thing that went with it. That was fun to have. Also the interior with the kind of a plummy color, kind of a wine tone inside was gorgeous with that color. But however, I did find that I worried about it because of all the people reporting that the bottom of theirs had turned like more of a yellowy tone or something, where the bottom meets the side of walls. People were talking about that. And so that made me think, gosh, is mine going to do that, right? I mean, like, I don't want that to happen. So I was a little bit worried about it, thinking, well, maybe if it's in the sun, you know, while you're carrying it, maybe that made that happen more often, because I wasn't much in the sun. I'm never in the sun much, especially when I was in Illinois. So I'm like, I worried about it, which is, nobody wants to have to worry about the bag. At least I don't. So I thought, okay, with time, as time goes on, I'd be like looking at it in different lights going, is it turning? Is it turning? I didn't need that in my life. I didn't. So it didn't turn. It was perfect. When I sold it, there was not a smidge of thought that it was going to turn. However, I worried that it would. And then what? You know, whatever. So like I say, I didn't need that in my life. Too many other things to worry about at the time. So that one left me also and went to a wonderful new home, I'm sure, to someone from Fashion File. So anyway, those are the bags that I did not bring with me. I did sell. They're not in my collection anymore. I do have to say that there is a specific bag that I have been carrying almost nonstop for the last like 3 or 4 months. And I will talk about that one. And I just think you need to know, because honestly, it's nothing new. The style has been around for a while, but it's still available, but it's a good one. So that will be hopefully very soon. And when I say soon, I mean much sooner than what my videos have been. I'm really, really trying to get them out a whole lot faster than the norm here. I want to get back to where I was. My struggle too is that I don't have a place really to film very easily with lighting and, you know, whatever, because we're in this temporary place, but I'm still going to put out there whatever I can, and hope you enjoy it. I also have some questions and some answers for your questions that some of you asked me on the last giveaway that I did with my, was it February? No, January favorites. In the question, if you signed up for the giveaway, I asked for you to, if you ask a question, I would try to answer it. So I'm going to start getting to those questions also. Thank you so much for being with me. Love you to pieces, miss you terribly, and we're gonna work on getting back on this, okay? Thanks.